So although for the most part I've retired from the park and I'm mainly just a my team player now, I've been playing 2K since '09. And when green releases first got established, I personally loved the idea, but as time went on, I've had multiple changes of heart of how they should be handled. In one of the last few 2K TV episodes this year, I heard LD say something about the devs wanting to bring shooting and green releases back to where they started and where they were the most appreciated, something along those lines.
Hey, I'm Mike Wang, the gameplay director for NBA 2K. And you know, for this summer, I know a lot of people have been playing the game all year, and there's people new to our game. Before we get into 2K18, I think one of the biggest challenges we faced this year in 2K17 was just balancing shooting. So we went back, reviewed all the past shooting systems in our games, all the way back to 2K11, took all the good things that we liked about all those different systems, and we put together what I think is the best system to date for 2K18. And we're so excited for you guys to try it out in September.
No, I personally like and don't like them as they are now, not because they're incredibly fucking inconsistent, but because they're at a point where one could learn a release to the point of being able to green shots with even low ratings. Like, for fuck's sake, glass cleaners could green corner threes at one point this year. That shit blew my mind. And then my boy said something to me the other day that reminded me of a concept I brought with me to 2K Team Up last year. So ask yourself this question if you actually play basketball, right? Because I know there's some of you out there that don't, that's fine, you just like 2K. What do you think the equivalent of a green release is in real life? Well, to answer that, you'd have to ask yourself, what is a green release really? It's you knowing that a shot is going in even before it does. For those of y'all that don't really play basketball, that's when you shoot and the ball leaves your hand so clean and comfortably that in your head you don't believe there is any chance that that shit is missing. So to follow up on that, when while playing basketball do you get that feeling the most? When you're hot. The answer to that question is how this idea first sparked for me. Simply put, that should be the only time it's possible to get a green release, in my opinion, when shooting from the perimeter. When your player is in rhythm or hot. Depending on the consistency of shooting though, I think it would be alright for players to be able to get a green release from a spot that is their hot zone as well without them necessarily having to be hot. However, the chances of it being a green release should be significantly lower, but it should be possible if that is their hot spot. And it also brings more emphasis to hot spots because now when they're in a hot spot, they don't just get a boost in their shooting stat when they shoot from there, but no, they can actually green the shot because that's where they've practiced shooting from and they're known to make a shot from that spot. And obviously, if there's some consistency to shooting, there is no fucking way that a glass cleaner will eventually be able to earn a hot spot on the perimeter, because I don't think your hot spots in my career for your players should be earned by just being able to shoot a percentage from that spot, because it doesn't take anything to go on rookie and go ahead and just get that percentage up by making dumb green releases with people's hands in your faces. I think at the very least there should be a quota or a minimum of shots that you need to have made from that spot on a certain percentage, so it's at least a little bit harder to earn that hotspot. So not only would this make sense realistically, but it would put more emphasis on the microwave personality badge, which felt a little bland this year to me. But for this to be viable, like I have said already in the video, there needs to be more consistency established in shooting right now, and there isn't, and there hasn't been for most of this year, honestly. Since the last patch, even open mid-range shots feel unreliable at times with like 90 overall, 99 overall cards in my team. And to go on, this is an idea that really just falls into the category of perimeter jump shots. I feel like green release layups were fair this year, and badges like Hall of Fame Acrobat were noticeable in the chances of you getting a green release layup. But mind you, as I said, this is a concept I've already mentioned to a few 2K devs last year. I found it in my notes after my boy mentioned the idea to me recently, but the fact that he did mention it shows me that the logic behind it can at least appeal to someone else. So my questions to you are: 1, do you like the idea that green releases should be reliant upon player rhythm instead of just timing? 2, if not, what do you think is a concept that could make shooting feel more realistic in the game? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. You never know, I might slide it to the right person.
I wanna take you out to Malibu.